Welcome to the first day of driver's tech.
It's not working.
Oh, it was.
My apologies.
Welcome to
Maybe
the first day of driver's tech, and I'll be your instructor, Coach Moore. In this class, I'd like to discuss car maintenance for the preservation of your vehicle. Now, it may seem like a nuisance to constantly check every detail, but making these checks hold critical skills that every responsible driver should at least know. These common performances include regulating mechanical fluids, checking the condition of your tires, as well as replacing a tire if needed. Steering into mechanical fluids, substances within your car might need repaired, while it is all the more necessary to make these changes as soon as possible. In the instance of oil, every combustible engine needs oil to lubricate internal mechanisms, thus reducing internal heat from friction. According to AAA.com, it is recommended to change your car oil every 3,000 miles for older cars, while newer ones are expected to change every 5,000 to 7,000 miles. So, depending on your car, ensure that the maximum limit has not been exceeded to prevent any further damages from occurring. It is common to replace one's car oil at a professional mechanic. However, it is quite simple to do it on your own. The tools needed are a car jack stand, oil pan, wrench, and funnel. But before installing, it is customary to purchase the correct type of oil and oil filter for your engine. To start the process of replacing oil, it is needed to locate the drain plug to lift the vehicle using the car jack. Then, using the jack stand, stabilize the vehicle. Once done, unscrew the drain plug and allow the used oil to flow into the drain pan. The duration for draining should last until there's little to no oil left in the vehicle. Once accomplished, screw the oil plug back in, refill with new oil, and locate the oil filter to replace it. In addition to oil, antifreeze, radiator fluid, power steering fluid, and brake fluid should also be regularly monitored. It may seem overwhelming, but these only need to be checked every 3 months. After learning of the various fluids such as oil, it is always necessary to check the condition of your tires to prevent any further damages during the time you drive with your vehicle. The first and most common aspect is checking tire pressure. Always verify that it never exceeds the threshold or dips below it, as it might leave adverse effects on your tires. It's also dire to check your spare tire, as certain circumstances might leave you on the road with a flat tire. I have had to learn this from experience. Having a flat tire with a broken backup tire can make things a lot more difficult, and resolving the issue can take a lot more time. In addition to gauging tire pressure, checking the tread on your tire is just as important, as it provides traction for the acceleration and deceleration of your vehicle. To check tire tread, a common technique is to place a penny with Abraham Lincoln's head facing down inside a groove. If the top of his head is still visible, a tire replacement is strongly recommended. After learning of improper maintenance of a tire can leave permanent effects on your car. If this does occur and unfavorable circumstances leave you with a flat tire, the only option left is to replace it with your spare, if possible. Now, you might be thinking that performing this task will be extremely laborious, but with experience and knowledge, it can be completed by almost any driver. The first step is to apply the parking brake to provide leverage when unscrewing the lug nuts. Then, with a wrench, as seen right here, unscrew the lug nuts that attach the wheel to the car. However, only slightly unscrew the lug nuts, as it will provide ease of access after lifting the car. Similar to replacing oil, use a car jack to temporarily lift the vehicle. Then, fully unscrew the lug nuts and detach the wheel. Although, if the wheel refuses to detach from the car, it is most likely because the wheel has slightly fused with the wheel hub. In this case, I have found that profusely kicking the tire works exceptionally well. After full detachment, unscrew the wheel and repeat reverse steps prior to this, and the process should be complete. As a review, this lesson has covered common performances such as replacing mechanical oil, checking the tire tread and pressure regularly, as well as replacing a flat tire if needed. Hopefully, after this lesson, you have all gained a stronger relationship with your car, as well as a sense of how to properly maintain it. Not only that, but performing these checks on your own can save you hundreds of dollars by preventing smaller issues to grow into problematic ones. This will be the end of today's session. Thank you.
Clap.